Well, you know how on your phone you have the thing where only your favorites can get through, right? So, on my favorites is my mom and my sister. So, it's one of them. It's always got to be a family member calling to check in on you. But here we are. So, welcome to today's broadcast. I'm your host, Teresa T.L. Matthew. I am the founder of Some Foods, the maker of Some Sweet. And I like to say that Some Sweet, it is the most spectacular sweetener that there is on. Yes, it's what helped me to kick my sugar addiction. And so I am so happy about that. That's good. I just had an unsweet tea here, but anyway. And I'm the founder of SART, or that is Sugar Addiction is Real Nutritional Therapy. Looks like Saint, but it's SART, right? Just a little fancy word there. SARE is sugar addiction is real. The NT is for nutritional therapy. Yes. So, didn't we have a great conversation yesterday? If you missed it, go over to SART, and stands for Sugar Addiction is Real Nutritional Therapy. That the podcast is up, and you can catch that, and you can also catch all. You can go back, and if you want to see the video, you can go to YouTube at SAIRNT, because we're streaming live there right now. YouTube at SAIRNT, Facebook at SAIRNT. You can also go to Twitter at Some Sweet Foods and Instagram at Some Sweet Foods. And of course, you can find those streams here on HAPS as well at SAIRNT. And I was trying to actually, right before we went live, I was like, is that Twitter connecting? And I was trying to connect to see if I'm not Twitter, TikTok. I was trying to connect and see if TikTok was connecting, and it's not. So I'm going to fix that after today's broadcast, because I found the little button, because you know how I told you the platform has changed a little bit, and so I found the little button so that I can find out if it's connecting. My lights look a little dim here. Everything looks I look a little foggy to me. I don't know. Give me just a second. Let me see if I can fix that. So please give me a second. All right, so you can still hear me, but let's see if it comes back, if it's any clearer. No, it still looks a little foggy. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's my glasses. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, so we had a great conversation yesterday with Marcus Wright. So, go check out the podcast on him and see, and have that conversation. I really learned something about that hydrotherapy. I am, yes, interested in hydrotherapy. So I would like to get to more information on that and do that. So check him out if you're interested in that as well. Okay, so next week we had a guest on Tuesday, but she had to cancel. Something came up. She's got to see a client, extra urgent. So we're not going to have a guest on Tuesday, but I will be just doing regular health news and information. And on Thursday, we do have a great guest. His name is Jamil Efend, and he is an author, a podcast host, and a motivational speaker. And he's going to share with us his journey to weight loss, what inspired him, how he took his life back, got healthy, and lost the weight. And he's going to help us, and hopefully will be something that he says that will inspire us and help us to know that we can do the same thing, right? Right. All right. A little bit more housekeeping here. See, I got all my things around me now, so it's like I can just reach up and grab stuff. Remember to drink your water. Right, four of these a day is your 16 ounces, and you guys hold me accountable. Also, yeah, how do I get rid I can dismiss this here so I can see the chat. So go ahead and chat to me. Let me know where you're coming from. Hey, I see you there. I see you there. It came across. Yay! Cuz I haven't been getting my chats from Facebook, but I see today it looks like this one came across, because I don't know, I go live Facebook for I think 4 different places. So there's like um my personal Facebook account, to my to Some Sweet Foods, at Sarent, Sairnt, and then at TL Speaks On, which is my speakers Facebook account. So I go live in those four places. So, you can find me there on, so I don't know where people are actually finding me because of, I have these different, all of these different accounts over there. But, I see some chats coming through. So thank you. Hey, appreciate you. Oh, mom's there. Yay. All right. So what else did I want to tell you? Okay, so I think that's it for the housekeeping. Oh, no, one last thing. If you don't know what your risk is for type 2 diabetes, please go over to the American Diabetes Association, take their assessment to, kind of determine what your risk is for type 2 diabetes. It's super important because 1 in 3 people are pre-diabetic and they don't know it. And just like yesterday, someone had a question about that. Marcus said that he had a black patch on the back of his neck, and that is like one of those conditions, that's something that happens where people think they have a dirty neck or really dirty like wrist, not the wrist, but the inside of your elbow and the creases of your body, like they kind of get like really darkened with I'm not sure what it's called. I'll have to look up what the name of it is. But anyway, it ends up being like a black patches, looks like dirty, and it's not really dirty. It's actually a symptom of being diabetic or pre-diabetes. Let me look it up so I can give you the term for it. And my computer freezes, so don't even worry about it. If I hope that it doesn't freeze on me, but when I try and go out and try and do something, it's like, nope, you can't do that. It's because it wants to move real slow and all of that stuff. And Siri is giving me the light today. Or I probably could ask her what it is, and she would tell me. But it's a skin change. It's diabetic skin discoloration is what it is, and you get these what is it called for diabetic? It's when you have insulin resistance and you get that darkening or thickening of your skin folds. It's a condition called acanthosis nigricans. So that's ACANTHOSIS NIGRICANS. So that's where those dark patches are. And all those medical terms are in like Greek, but that's what it is. So if you find yourself having that, where it looks like your neck or the folds of anywhere you have folds, on your skin, that's a symptom of pre-diabetes or diabetes, and you want to get yourself checked out with that. Okay. Now, today's topic, I was reading an article and I thought this would be really great to share. Oh, let me do this first. Let me bring it up. There's a recall, another urgent recall. So briefly here, the health news and information. There's an urgent recall for bagged salad. So check your fridge if you have for these dangerous salads. And so they're finding salmonella in those salads, and so let me bring them up here. So the Taylor Farms salad recall. Taylor Fresh Foods announced a voluntary recall of the bagged Taylor Farms salad products. That happened earlier this week. So the company sold products in several Canadian regions. So this is like in Canada, British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Ontario. Now, I know some of you that's in the U.S. saying, hey, what you doing that for? Because no, I am international, honey. Yes. So, but yeah. So check your fridge if you have any of those salads. You know what I say? Take it back to the store. Get your money back, or make sure you call the company or something. Let them know that you have that. Salad. So yeah, if you have any salads from them, you would want to take those back. So, yes. Remember, remember I shared with us yesterday that there is a cola recall as well. Excuse me. Excuse me, excuse me. I gotta mute that. Okay, I'm back. I didn't want y'all seeing me look crazy because I'm choking. I don't know what that is. Oh my goodness. Okay. I've had to edit 3 videos and I don't like editing videos, for the podcast. Cut out some of all this other stuff. I did drink some water. Thank you. Okay. But if you have any of those salads, take them back. And remember the Coca-Cola recall from yesterday as well. Okay, so what I want to talk to us about today was I was reading this article and I thought that it was really super, super interesting. I hate when I get a little tickle in my throat. I don't know where that came from. But I thought it was really super interesting because it's 28 foods that the world healthiest people eat every day. And so this is with this story is talking about people that are seasoned. So we're talking about really like our elders, people that are older. And so it's just kind of going over what they eat every day. So just some of the healthiest foods that they eat. And the first thing on the list was almonds. And almonds are rich in healthy fats, fiber, and protein. And these nuts are made for more than snacking. You can use slivered almonds as a topping for oatmeal or yogurt, or you can add them to a muffin recipe, or use almond flour in place of regular flour in pancakes. Now because all my keto peeps love the almond flour. I don't. I don't like almond flour, but that's my personal choice. That's me. That's me. That's me. Because I want flour that I want regular flour, right? So, but almond flour is a great substitute because it will help you to make a food that's low in carbs. That's very similar to something that you would eat. So if you wanted like a pancake, that would make a great. I'm having issues today. So that would make a great substitute for that, for regular flour in pancakes and muffins and things like that. So almonds, almonds, almonds. Now I used to tell you I used to love those bad boys, chocolate covered, yes, or Jordan almonds. I love them as well. It's sort of like a M&M of almonds, right? The next thing they say that is apple cider vinegar. Some people put apple cider vinegar in water and sip it throughout the day. Now, my daughter, she does an apple cider vinegar. She drinks it every day. She kind of mixes it with some of her juices and she drinks that apple cider vinegar. I'll be like, woo. But I love apple cider vinegar. I use it to make I use it to make my salad dressing. So like I make like a sweetened salad dressing, like a coleslaw dressing. I make that with I got stuff in my eye. I'm having a hard time today. I use that and I make that apple cider vinegar with that. Some mayo and some sweet, and to make a coleslaw dressing. It's really fantastic. So, but some people just put it in water, sip it throughout the day. If you don't like the taste, people will be like, "Let me get it over with. Put it in a shot glass, throw it back." But and like I said, like my daughter, she mixes it with some water. So that's one way that you can do it. And you can smoothie with it. Now, I bet that's probably pretty tasty. I'm interested in that. So they got a suggested recipe here of 1 cup of ice, 1 cup of baby spinach leaves, 3/4 cups of green grapes, 3/4 cups chunk pineapple, 1 small apple, 1 small banana, 1/2 cup of water, and 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, and 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Now I'm gonna stop y'all right there. This is the recipe that they have here. This is not my suggestion. It looks good, but when I take a deeper look at that, 3/4 cups of green grapes and 3/4 cups of pineapple chunks, 1 small apple and 1 banana. That is just like, for me, that's like, woohoo. That's telling me that's gonna be super sweet, right? And it's gonna be blood sugar spiking. So if you are in the air, if you are watching your insulin and you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, you would not want to do this, because that's really going to be super blood spiking right there. But everybody else, if you're insulin sensitive, you can give it a whirl. Avocado. So this has more potassium than a banana. Remember we talked about that? So it has more potassium than a banana. So, they're rich in healthy mono unsaturated fats, um, as well as fiber that's going to help suppress your hunger. So, if you're on that avocado bandwagon, have a go at it. And you could also put that in a smoothie as well. So this is what some of the world's healthiest people, these are some of the things that they eat. Uh, Oh, this is one of my favorite, beans. I love beans. I do. I absolutely love beans. Forget about the song that you learned when you were a kid. Little, well, I don't know what you call it, a little nursery rhyme. But the more beans that you eat, the more you get used to them, and your digestive system gets used to them, the less gas you will have. Now you'll still have gas, but it sort of lessens up. Your body adapts. So, if you don't eat them because of that, you might want to start gradually. Let your body begin to get adapted to the beans, and then, continue on. And you can also wash your beans, wash some of the starch away, and things like that. That kind of helps. When you do certain things, certain way you cook your beans, it kind of helps to lessen the effects of the gas. But they're packed with fiber, which is part of the reason why it's going to cause that issue as well. But and so that'll help keep you regular. But they also help regulate the blood sugar and improve cholesterol and bolster your overall gut health. So like I said, anytime that something is going to cause some gastrointestinal issues, gas, bloating, things like that, you don't want to just be like, boom, and just be like, let me go whole hog. Now, most of us should have been eating beans maybe our entire lives, but maybe you have an aversion because it causes gas and you don't want to get gas. Well, you just want to start small and then increase, 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 increase. But add beans to chili. I love chili in my beans. You can mash them in a dip. So, you can use them to replace some of the ground beef in your tacos and other dishes. I used to love pintos with some some sort of taco sauce on them, because Taco Bell used to have them now. And I used to go to Taco Bell and get the pintos and cheese. So they would have the pintos and they would put some little, I don't know, whatever their Taco Bell sauce was, put the sauce over it and some cheese. And I just go get the pintos and cheese, because I just love them like that. Now Taco Bell's not, well, they're not good anymore. So since I hyped them, now let me just taste not good anymore. Anyway, um, you can even put them in brownies. Like, that's a great alternative. Before, I've had that black bean brownies. It's really good. You can't even taste that it's there. So it's really, really good. And it's super moist, and it's definitely something you want to keep in the refrigerator because they can't stay on the counter. But yeah, you can sneak them into the brownies and other dessert recipes, because even a chocolate cake, you could put the black beans inside of a chocolate cake because it pairs very well with chocolate. And I happen to be a fan of black beans. Oh, and also, oh, what is it? What is that bean? Chickpea? Is it chickpeas? But whatever you make hummus, you can make dessert hummus as well. You can also do the same thing with white beans. So whatever, like a white bean, a navy bean, it's got such a mild flavor. You can add cinnamon and some sweet, because I was going to say sugar, but you can add cinnamon and some sweet to it, and some condensed milk of some sort, and make a pie with it. So like a bean pie. So that's a great way to get to eat beans right there, right? And I know the Muslims make those fantastic bean pies, like sort of like a sweet potato pie, but it's a bean pie. All right. Berries. So eating blueberries is one of the things that you can eat every day. So you can eat blueberries if you like blueberries, and you know, it's great. So you can cook with the blueberries. You can, add them to your pancakes, add them to your waffles, things like that. We've always seen that. Make smoothies with your blueberries, or all kind of berries. Blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, um, boysenberries. You can just add all of these berries to your you can just go at the grocery store, get a mixed bag of berries, and just throw them on top of your oatmeal, throw them in your yogurt. It's a great way that you can add some berries, and berries are on the low glycemic side, so for those of you who are struggling with your blood sugar, that's a very good thing that you can add. So this again, what the 28 the foods that the world's healthiest people, they eat every day. And here's another one, black pepper. So it houses powerful pro health effects. In addition to being both an antioxidant and an antibacterial, black pepper helps with weight loss because it stimulates the breakdown of fat cells. So I like crushed black pepper. I like cracked black pepper. It is really, really good when you can taste the pepper. Now that's the one pepper, now because every time I have a pepper, and if there is something right there in my eye, every time I have a pepper, I always say that, or when I see peppers, I'm like, you can have pepper. I don't do pepper, but black pepper I do. I actually like black pepper, but I like the um was it ground black pepper, which is the ones you get in the can. But the one that I can really taste, the ground one, seems like you get too much of the pepper. Like when you're just trying to get the pepper taste, you get too much of it and it gets to be a little spicy. But the cracked black pepper, when you have one of those pepper mills and you grind it, you crack it out and grind it out from the whole peppercorns. That one, you can actually taste the flavor of the pepper, and it's really, really good. So, black pepper. Broccoli. Now, I love broccoli. It's loaded with antioxidants, and it's a true powerhouse food. So, I feel bad for you if you hate broccoli, but I love it. I love it steamed. I used to boil it to death, but I found that it has more flavor when I don't boil it to death, when I just steam it just enough to where it softens up, where you can actually chew it. Actually, I like to eat it raw too, but it kind of gives me a little bit of and maybe that happens to you all too, kind of, it's like the bloat or indigestion or something when I eat it raw like that. So I prefer it to be steamed, lightly steamed, and with some butter. Tastes really, really good. And yes, I did say butter. So, but if you're vegan, you could use vegan butter, and that just has a nice flavor to it. And it doesn't really require very much seasoning at all. The next thing is cinnamon. Now, I think we had a conversation about cinnamon, and talking about the best cinnamon is Ceylon cinnamon versus Cassia cinnamon. So, the recommendation is to, if you can, get Ceylon cinnamon because it has less coumarin in it, and coumarin is what is like is more toxic. You can only have there's a limit to the levels of coumarin that you can have. So you go and find the podcast or the stream about that, because again, you want to be careful of the cinnamon that you're actually getting. And Ceylon cinnamon, Ceylon, is more expensive. And if it is, and basically, so the cinnamon that you're finding on your store shelves, if it doesn't say Ceylon, it's Cassia, and so it's going to have more coumarin in it. So you really want to limit your intake of that cinnamon, and you will want to look for Ceylon cinnamon, Ceylon, because it has less coumarin, and so your risk of toxicity is not as great with Ceylon cinnamon as it is with Cassia. And again, Cassia is cheaper, and Ceylon is more expensive. So if it is Ceylon, it will say it. If it doesn't say it, it's not Ceylon, it's Cassia. All right, but Those are the two different types of cinnamon, but cinnamon helps to lower your blood sugar and reduce inflammation. So it's a wonderful spice, but again, um, be careful of the one that you're using. But if you're gonna start trying to consume it like that, to instead of just sprinkling it and having it just a little bit, and you're really gonna try and use it, then go for the Ceylon cinnamon. Yeah, so it's a great way to add flavor to anything. Suggestions are sprinkle some in your coffee. I don't know cinnamon coffee, but hey, you that drink coffee, you tell me, is that good? But you can put it in your hot chocolate, you know, things like that. So yeah, so cinnamon. And we just mentioned coffee, but coffee is good for you. In addition to perking you up, which that doesn't work for me. So know your body. But in addition to perking you up, coffee may help you drop your risk of diabetes, heart related problems, and certain cancers. And for an extra boost, you can add spices to it. Like I just said before, you can add the cinnamon to it. You can add cardamom or turmeric. You can just sprinkle that in the filter. If you're drinking filter coffee. I don't know how turmeric would taste in your coffee. That's interesting. That would be an interesting flavor, but I'm sure that would be a great spice. It'd be super spicy, right? So, but you can add different things to your coffee to help perk it up and give it some additional benefits while you're drinking it. So this one is for you dessert lovers out there. Now, some of these people, they eat um, cookie dough every day. So, and we made a cookie dough that is shelf stable, and you can eat it. It's ready to eat. So I think we're going to be introducing some of these things back in 2022. But we made a cookie dough that is shelf stable, and it's ready to eat. You can bake it if you want, but you can eat it raw cookie dough. So yeah, so we made that in when did we do that? 2019 we did that, and 2020. Yeah, between 2019 and 2020 we did that. But and we're going to be bringing that back. But yeah, so people eat cookie dough every day. Now you want to be careful because you put raw eggs in your cookie dough, then it's got salmonella in it. And also it's going to be very, if you're just doing like regular cookie dough, it's going to have a lot of sugar in it. And now and be careful, because I know that there are some brands out there that now say that they make cookie dough that you can just eat. So you want to watch your sugar consumption when you're doing that. But evidently it is very satisfying, and they eat cookie dough. That's a great way that you can get a treat in. And also cumin. So it's a wonder spice. Yeah, cumin. Now, let me see. I put cumin in something, and it is very it is very spicy. It can take over the recipe very, very easily. But it often appears in curry blends, and it is the center stage of the recipe. So that is one thing that people eat as well. So they eat cumin. So also dark chocolate. So one of the world's healthiest people um, avoids all the sweets, they say, except for chocolate, dark chocolate. And the reason why, it's good for your heart and for your waist. And remember, with dark chocolate, you want to get the one that has the highest percent of cacao, and that just means dark chocolate and not milk chocolate. Dark chocolate. And of course, a lot of times we want that to be sweetened, and all of the sugary dark chocolates out there, but that's not what it's talking about. It's really just literally talking about dark chocolate. But if you need it sweetened, well, you guys got to wait till 2022. Some foods is doing a little something something with chocolate as well. Can't wait. All right. Next thing is garlic. Let me check, and I have to come back and check here. All right. All right. So the next thing is garlic. So the active ingredient, allicin, may help to keep your cholesterol levels low, and it protects your cells from oxidative damage and helps to normalize blood pressure and blood sugar. So raw minced garlic offers the most health bang for your buck. So that's, if if you're going to eat it, raw minced is the way to go. And you can add it fresh to homemade salsas. You can stir it into ranch dressings. You can use minced and garlic and olive oil as a topping for toast, or mash it up, into your guacamole. Yeah, so garlic. Yeah, and we've heard a lot. And also, there are garlic pills and tablets that you can take as well. Those are available. So those supplements are good for you as well. And so also, the healthy people eat uh, game meat now. Y'all can have the meat like this, um, but they either eat like farm raised chicken, free range chickens, or game meat. That are or whatever the meat is, like where you gotta hunt the meat, or where it's free range, or where it's pasture raised, pasture farmed, like the beef and stuff like that. Things that are kind of um, closer to nature, and are not raised on in those type of farms where where they just have like everything in packed in a little coop type thing, and you know so things like that stuff, just where it goes off and feeds itself. So free range, I think that's what you call it, like free range, or um, grass fed, grass fed and finished, right? Yeah. The next thing is ginger. So one study of 261 people with osteoarthritis of the knee, those people took ginger extract twice a day and had less pain, and therefore needed fewer painkillers than those who didn't take ginger. So ginger may also lower cholesterol, help prevent blood clots, and help control blood sugar in people with type 2 diabetes. So ginger is really great. And I said, I remember they used to give me ginger tea for menstrual cramps when I was younger, and I really don't drink. I like ginger ale, right? I like ginger snaps. And I've had some ginger candy, but it's really, really spicy. Ginger is really spicy. And I was saying that I don't like ginger in like savory foods, and a lot of like the foods that have savory. But I noticed yesterday that I had an egg roll, and it had ginger in it. So yeah, the egg roll I could tasted the ginger in it, but I didn't mind it because I actually like egg rolls. So in it, I could taste the ginger in it, and I didn't mind it at that point in time when I had it in there. So ginger. Next is honey. Honey is rich in antioxidants. Honey provides. Um, it's a great substitute, sugar substitute in smoothies and oatmeal and marinades or beverages if you are not diabetic, pre-diabetes, or otherwise have insulin resistance. If you're insulin sensitive, you can actually use honey. Others, if you have those insulin related issues, you would want to watch your honey intake, because it is a sugar, and it is a fructose based sugar. And remember, when it's fructose, your body can actually use it, and so it has to go in through the liver for processing to separate out the glucose from the fructose, so that it can be processed by the body. So it's got to go through the liver. So, that's, we want to watch for even honey intake if you are any of those types of insulin resistant. If you're insulin sensitive and you don't have those problems, then you can enjoy honey um, moderately in the place of regular sugar if you're eating that. Olives. So adopting to the Mediterranean diet, which features olives as well as nuts, vegetables, and fish, may be the most protective dietary move you can make. Research finds. So, research is suggesting that you could switch to the Mediterranean diet and enjoy olives. Olives, black olives, green olives, olive oil. I love black olives. I really don't care too much for green olives, but black olives, yeah, that's my jam. All right, what else do we have on the list? That this is what the world's healthiest people eat every day. Popcorn. So popcorn is full of fiber, light on calories. Popcorn's a great snack option, and so if you feel, you know, you can spice up your popcorn all different kind of ways. And they got something here called Cali corn. What is that? I never heard of that. Cali corn. So just looking at the name, I'm going, that's cauliflower. But are they popping cauliflower? Ooh wee. If that's the case, sign me up. I want to know more. I want to know more. Cauliflower popcorn. I'm gonna look that up. How do you do that? Maybe they fry it. Maybe they pop it in the air fryer. I could see that happening. But popcorn itself is full of fiber, light on calories, and it's a great snack option. So I'm gonna look that up. Cauliflower popcorn. I got some ideas. If y'all don't know, I got some things running through my head. All right, protein shakes. I miss my protein shakes. I haven't had one in a while. I used to make a. I made. I have a protein shake blend that I make. It's called a BLD. It's a breakfast, lunch, and dinner protein mix. Is so satisfying. It is so good. Be on the lookout for that in 2022 as well. So the BLD protein powder, that it's really really great. But it's like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's so good. But when you can add that to anything, and it makes a rich, creamy. I mean, BLD, because you can just basically have it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's a complete meal substitute. But protein shakes. Um, So this bodybuilder name was Charles Ugester. Up until 97, um, he was like, I guess, still body, looking good and everything. And his secret was whey protein shake. And he would take that after each of his workouts. So up until his death at 97, he looked like a bodybuilder, they say. So, but in order to build muscle, you need a lot of protein. And in old age, your protein synthesis is reduced. So, protein supplements are a good way to make sure you get what you need. And if, so for those of us who are over 40, I don't, protein, you need to add protein daily. You want to make sure that you're getting enough protein. And if you're vegan, I think I did. I think I've already did. If I haven't, I'll look it up and I'll present it to us. But about foods that are rich in protein, vegan foods that are rich in protein. So where you can get your protein aside from getting it like from meat-based products, dairy-based products, so on and so forth. Where you can get your protein from. Yeah. So protein, we really want to make sure that we're getting in protein. And I don't know about you, I actually crave protein, not meat, because I'm not a big meat eater, but I actually crave protein. So, and I miss my protein smoothies, which I haven't made in And I haven't had one in a while, and so I've been missing it. So I'm going to get back to making that. But yeah, protein shakes. Next thing is salmon or salmon. But it's rich in anti-inflammatory fats. Remember, it's rich in our omega-3 fatty acids. And salmon makes a great standalone dish as well as an addition to any salad. Now, I've never had had fish in my salad. Anybody out there had that? Tell me, how do you like it? I mean, tuna salad. Well, I guess, yeah, you could have... I never thought about making a salmon salad just like tuna salad. Because salmon itself is like really, really fishy, and I don't like to eat it just like that. But hey, as a salmon salad, because remember I said I was going to try some croquettes because, or we call them salmon croquettes. I don't know what else they're called, but salmon, and make like a little salmon patty for like a burger or whatever. You could do that. But yeah, but salmon, cook it that way. And yeah, as a salad, like tuna salad, instead have salmon salad. That's like a nice rich kind of salad, right? Instead of just a regular old tuna, have salmon. Mm, yeah, that sounds really good. All right, spinach. I love spinach. Um, there. Let's see. Spinach is rich in potassium, magnesium, iron, calcium, and B6, B9, E, C, and K vitamins. For a spinach pack smoothie, again, you can add it to, add it to your fruit and your berries. We mentioned berries on the earlier, so you can add it to add a banana in there if you want for some sweetness and some thick, to help thicken it up, and then some berries. All of this stuff frozen. I used to make my everything frozen when you add it to the blender. um, but and then use a half cup of baby spinach leaves, 1 scoop of vanilla protein powder. We're going to have one coming up, so you'll be able to use that one. 1 tablespoon of peanut butter if you like that. If you don't want to use the protein powder, you can sub in the peanut butter. And then they do have a peanut butter powder, so that you could also use that if you didn't just want to like use regular just peanut butter. And you can use whatever milk you choose, to make it nice and creamy. Instead of water, I would use I would use milk, or almond milk, or some sort of milk like that. But be careful with your milk alternatives if you didn't make it yourself, because some of them are very high in sugar. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do one of our episodes coming up where we're gonna discuss the various milks, how much sugar is in each one of them, so you'll be aware of just how much sugar you're getting in your various types of milks. Okay, but yeah, spinach. So turmeric. Now, we mentioned this earlier, but turmeric, it's a bright yellow wonder spice, and it's an ancient natural remedy that's used for a range of conditions, including arthritis, digestive symptoms, um, inflammation, headache, diabetes, and autoimmune disorders. So throw a dash of turmeric. You can put it in your hot or iced latte. See, that's your coffee. Again, you can add it to your coffee grounds, or blend turmeric with chickpeas to create a bright and you know a bright hummus. How delicious is it going to be? That depends on your palate, but yeah, you can brighten up your hummus with that. But turmeric. Now my mom, she does a turmeric. She does a turmeric, ginger, collagen. I think it's turmeric, ginger, collagen tea. Yeah, I think that's all. I'm not sure what else she has in that, but she does that and does it every day. So yes, so she likes her turmeric. Okay, yogurt. So researchers are studying the ability of probiotics in yogurt, of the probiotics in yogurt and other fermented foods to treat a range of conditions like eczema, from eczema to inflammatory bowel disease. So the live bacteria they contain seem to interact with the microbes in our intestines, and these 100 trillion microbes produce vitamins such as B6, B12, and K12. They help to fight bad bacteria such as E. coli and Salmonella, and they help keep the bowels moving. And it's an important factor to people as we age. Yes, we want to stay regular. So, yogurt. And remember, I had said that kefir, I was going to, if I had brought it in there, I didn't think about it, I would have brought it to show you. But kefir is one of the best. It is what they call the champagne of yogurts. Like, it is the creme de la creme of yogurts in that realm. So kefir or kefir, however you want to pronounce it, nobody knows, but it's Kefir, and it is the creme de la creme. And I cut my teeth on kefir about 15 years ago, and actually I weaned my daughter with kefir. Yeah, she loved kefir, and I used to make the ice creams, smoothies, like a bottle smoothie you could buy. So ice cream smoothies. What else did we make? What else did I make? I made dog treats, all different, just so many different things that I could make with the cheese, candies, you name it, I was making it with kefir. But yeah, so it is the creme de la creme. It is the tops with the best that you can get. So if you're gonna do it, kefir. It's more tart than yogurt. It is a little bit more. It's a lot more tart, and it might take some getting used to the tanginess of it, but it's really really good. Oh yeah, I used to make a Greek style kefir as well, and so yeah, people raved about my kefir. Yes. Okay. All right. So the next thing is pickles. So pickles are pickles and other fermented foods like kimchi and sauerkraut are loaded with probiotics. Same thing, like I said, kefir. And yogurt. The good bacteria in your gut that impact your immune function. So, and remember, your gut health does impact your mood and your digestion and even your weight. So you want to get these probiotics into your body by eating fermented foods, pickles, kimchi, sauerkraut, yogurt, kefir, things like that. They're excellent for you. Tart cherries. Tart cherries contain anti-inflammatory compounds that boost your brain, ease stress, and help you fall asleep faster. And tart cherries are also good if you have gout, if you have if you have like if you're sore and stiff. Like I remember working out one time and getting so sore and stiff, like I could not bend my legs, I couldn't do anything. I had to go get me some tart cherry juice. They're really really good as an anti-inflammatory. So tart cherry juice. Eggs. So eggs are healthy, and we know that we've heard lots of warnings about them being high in cholesterol, but eggs are good for your eyes, your brain, your waist, and they're packed with protein. So, and they help to keep you full between meals. So eggs. Some of the world's healthiest people eat it every day. Chia seeds. These tiny little seeds, they're really little, but they're still bigger than a mustard seed though. But chia seeds, they're small, but they have the health benefits of them are huge, and they aid in digestion and building strong bones and keeping your heart healthy. Chia seeds. Now, I don't eat chia seeds. You know why? Because you guys know that I don't like seeds. You know that gritty texture, crunch, crunch, crunch. I don't like that particular type of crunch. Yeah. But chia seeds, they're absolutely fantastic for you. And tea. In lots of parts of the world, people drink their tea like they drink coffee. So um, tea's been sipped worldwide for thousands of years, and it has lots of health benefits. It helps to relax your muscles, soothes stomach issues, and may even help you just live longer. So, you can get that would be a great gift to give in this holiday season. If you're giving gifts, go support somebody. There are lots of small businesses that make tea and that make teas. I mean, you can go to the store. I was gonna name a store, but you can go to any store, any grocery store, any chain store, and you can find teas out there. And there are some really good brands of tea, but you could also find somebody who actually makes teas, who makes custom teas, and that would be a great gift to make. To give herbal teas as a gift. As a matter of fact, you know what? I got these little tea balls around here. I got a bunch of them, because we were at one time. I was looking at making a type of tea. Um, yeah, I was looking at making a type of tea, but anyway, yeah, tea is really because it has many health perks, and like there's like I've seen the teas where they add the milk to the teas, or like a chai latte, right? So you can make a tea latte instead of a coffee latte. You can make a chai latte. So different spiced teas like that. You can have your tea hot, you can have it iced. There's many ways that you can do it, but tea is great for you. It has many health perks. Yes, 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 yes. So what do you guys think about that? I mean, what do you think about um, what keeps people away? What do you think about that? I'm not sure what you say keeps people away. Oh, keeps people awake. Yeah, I'm not sure what about that, but yeah, there's lots of tea has is a great benefit, and all of that. So, it's the foods that people eat. It's That's what the healthy people eat. People, I mean, they oh, garlic. Oh, keeps people away. Yes, garlic keeps people away. But you know what? This day and age, we're wearing masks so we can keep. Well, if you are still wearing your mask, you can keep that all to yourself. But yeah, so I mean, this is what the foods that the healthiest people eat. And these are people that are living to their into their 80s and 90s, and they're not just living into their 80s and 90s, but they're healthy and strong, can still do can excuse me, still run, turn flips. I mean, lift weights, whatever it was that they were doing in their teens and in their 20s, they're still living their life like that. So this is the things that they're eating. So, oops. I didn't mean to hit that and make that move. But this is the things that they're eating. So every day. So you might want to start to incorporate some of these things in your diet. And there's nothing in this. I mean, there was cookie dough in there and chocolate. So for those of you who still like to get a little something sweet, didn't say stay completely away from sweets and stuff like that, but you know what's going on in your life, so you would want to watch that and monitor that. But definitely you want to start to incorporate some of these things into your daily regimen, because if people who are super healthy, um, still being cheerleaders, skydivers, sprinters, doing backflips, at 90, you know, you want to see what what they're eating. And so this came from, this is about, these people, Steve Bowers, a doctor of Adio, doctor of osteopathic medicine, and his wife Elizabeth Shimmer Bowers. They went and they tracked down people. They wanted to know what they had in common, what these incredibly healthy people had in common. And so they tracked down literally 70-year-old cheerleaders, 80-year-old skydivers, 90-year-old world record sprinters, and dozens of other crazy fit and healthy people, and asked them what they ate for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and snacks. And then they wrote a book about it, and it's called Secret of the World's Healthiest People. And this is what the people that they interviewed, these are the food, spices, and beverage that they said over and over again. So this is what the world's healthiest people eat every day, and it's from this book called Secret of the World's Healthiest People. So, not just some made up list, but this is actually what these people were eating. And they're not just they're they're not just healthy, but there are seniors, there are elders, and they're still very active. So, and this is what these are some of the things that they eat, you know. So, that's what we can do too, right? And do the active part. Do the active part. Get active. Get active, right? Get active. All right. Well, thank you. I want to thank you all for joining me today, and for tuning in again. The live stream happens on Facebook at SAIRNT, Instagram at Some Sweet Foods, Twitter at Some Sweet Foods, YouTube at SAIRNT, and gonna make sure that I get that TikTok connected up, so we can get some of that in there. We're gonna connect it up to TikTok, and so be looking for that at SAIRNT as well. And then you can get the stream of this, right? So the audio version, you can get the audio podcast on wherever you listen to podcasts at, whatever your favorite podcast network is. You can catch us there. And if you happen not to see us there, because I have tried very hard to make sure that I am there everywhere, if you happen not to see us there, please let me know. Please let me know, so that I can make sure that everything is flowing well. Because if you can't find us, and I'm saying that we're there, then let me know, because there might be one that maybe I missed one. Maybe, I don't know. All right, but thank you all so much for tuning in today. Again, if you want to get a hold of Some Sweet, you can get this by going to the website at SUMSWEET.com. You can get Some Sweet there, and yeah, so you can go over there and you can get Some Sweet there. And I think that is all for today. Great guests coming up next week on Thursday, so tune in, but don't miss all the other days, because I'm here Tuesday through Friday, right? Guests come on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I'm here Tuesday through Friday. So tune in next week. You all have a wonderful, because this is the weekend, wonderful and blessed weekend. And until next time, what I do, peace and blessings.